Welcome back. There's a traditional measure of a new presidency. We check on its progress after the first 100 days. Well, forget about it. Jim Acosta has a look now at the first 100 hours.
Less than 100 hours into the job, President Obama is off to the races, signing executive orders at a furious pace.
Guantanamo will be closed no later than 1 year from now.
He's broken in his economic team and selected new hotspot envoys for the Middle East and Afghanistan. He's even had an oath of office do-over after the first one was flubbed at the inaugural.
I was there. Far easier to get tickets for this one.
Democratic leaders are also sprinting, urging Congress to work quickly on an economic stimulus package.
I don't think we can go fast enough.
But there are calls to slow down. Government watchdogs have launched the website readthestimulus.org, demanding that lawmakers read the plan's fine print. Some Republicans are also asking what's the rush on issues from Guantanamo.
Do we bring them into our borders? Do we release them back into the battlefield?
To the approval of Treasury Secretary nominee Tim Geithner.
In previous years, nominees that had made less serious errors in their taxes than this nominee have been forced to withdraw.
Right now, they could push anything through, and it looks like they're trying to push everything through.
Clinton administration press secretary Joe Lockhart says there's good reason for all the urgency.
Is there a danger in doing too much too fast?
I think there's a danger in looking like you don't have a plan, but they've been very deliberate here in setting these things up into issue areas, and I think they are able to move on multiple fronts.
Mad Magazine captured the frenetic Obama pace with its cover, The First 100 Minutes. But as senior Obama advisor David Axelrod told me before the inauguration, there's one thing that won't happen overnight: fixing the economy.
We're talking about years to turn around some really profound economic problems here.
The president has added a new daily economic briefing to his already busy schedule. The idea is to keep President Obama up to speed with an economic emergency that's changing quickly. Jim Acosta, CNN, Washington.
Time now to be talking politics. The more things change, the more our favorite people stay the same. Amy Holmes and Liz Chatterton join us once again. Good to see you, ladies.
Good to see you, Jonathan.
A good first week, wasn't it? Easy confirmations, and he's off and running. Amy, even you got to be impressed.
Well, it's gone smoothly. You know, the only thing right this week that we've been having to get used to is calling him President Obama. That George Bush is gone. It's a new era. This week, of course, went smoothly for him. But it might be a little bit bumpier ride when it comes to that stimulus package that Democrats unveiled last week. $825 billion. Republicans are gearing up to oppose some major portions of that.
So, Liz, what does he do? They don't like the plan. That's going to be the centerpiece of everything that follows. Does he just roll over them and push it through?
Well, it's certainly one option, Jonathan, but the truth is, if I were President Obama or he was asking my advice, I would tell him to sit down with Speaker Pelosi and have Speaker Pelosi dial it down a little bit. You know, the front page of the Washington Post this morning has Minority Leader John Boehner, the Republican leader in the House, saying, look, we didn't have anything to do with this stimulus plan. Nobody asked us our opinions. I thought this was an era of bipartisanism, and this isn't what this looks like. You know, basically crying foul. And the Speaker's response was, hey, we won the election. Well, okay, and that's fair. And I'm certainly a Democrat, and I'm glad we won the election, but come on. We should have at least had a couple of Republicans at the table to talk about how we're going to get this through in a more bipartisan manner. So if I were the president, I might say to the House and Senate Democratic leaders, come on, let's be a little bit more even-handed.
Let me make a bold prediction in all this and draw our attention to someone else. Timothy Geithner, the incoming Treasury Secretary, if indeed he's confirmed as we expect. He's going to take what used to be a mostly ceremonial job, pretty fun one, I guess, and turn himself into the pincushion for the American people. Is he going to be in the most misery of anyone in that cabinet, do you think?
Tim Geithner and possibly Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. I mean, the Middle East is never a picnic. But in terms of him being a pincushion for the American people, absolutely. And he worked with Hank Paulson, the former Treasury Secretary, to do that bank bailout that we don't even see if it's even working. And we know that it's hugely unpopular with the American people. The polling data on this is for the American people, this is a stinker. And now we have this new Treasury Secretary who's going to be in charge of overseeing it.
We just have one moment left, so let me ask Liz about the biggest controversy. You liked Michelle Obama's dress.
I did like Michelle Obama's dress. I was there at that wonderful ball, the neighborhood ball, when Beyonce sang to the couple when they danced. It was the first time anyone had seen the dress. There was a huge gasp from the audience. I thought it was gorgeous.
Amy Holmes, Liz Chatterton, thanks very much.
Thank you.